What are you building today, Millie?
There you go.
You got a couple arches there? She's the master builder. We're looking into getting her more Duplo from Facebook Marketplace. Yep. We're going to get you more Duplo. And I need to get some for my mountain skeleton structures as well. So maybe I need to pick up a Facebook Marketplace haul too, hey, Penny? For you and me. We can Duplo it up together. So what's going on, everybody? Welcome back. It's Jordan and Jose here.
Hello.
We are heading to the studio together today to work on our part bins. We haven't shown Mrs. Bricksie all the stuff that we picked up the other day on the Bricksie Talks YouTube channel. Holy cow. Good thing we got more part bins. But we're going to be sorting a lot of parts today, and we're also going to be like identifying them and fixing our part system.
It's very hard to find parts when there's like a million bins. So
When there's a million bins?
yeah, so we have a solution for identifying our bins, so it's just easier when building.
I see what you mean. I was going to say, like, it's easier. It's harder to find parts when there's a million bins. It's like, well, we added a whole bunch of bins the other day, but you mean when they're not identified?
Yes.
Okay.
We need to identify them because when we're mock building, like, we know where things should be, but like you might have to check in a bunch of drawers.
Mm-hmm. Well, you do. I know exactly what's there. Yeah, it's going to be a good day. I promised Jose that I'd bring her out for breakfast this morning. So we're doing that. Also, we can check out the new graphics on the brick bin. They put the graphics in the front window, or on the front window. We got brick bin, rare and hard to find Lego sets, pieces, and minifigures. Brick bin, single bricks in sealed boxes. Yeah, pretty cool looking storefront. Not bad. My buddy Kevin, the brick building biker, actually did the graphics for this store. How cool is that? Well, there you go. Well, I don't think he did them. His company did them. But yeah, pretty neat. You can see inside through the little perf graphics, and you can check out some of the Lego sets inside, but it's UV protected, don't worry. All right, let's go get some breakfast, Jose. I got myself an omelet. Look at the potatoes. It's literally like a giant potato that's been cut up. It also comes with toast, and that's $13.95 Canadian. Not bad. Jose got the bomb. It is Eggs Benedict. It's absolutely fantastic. Spinach.
Feta, sun-dried tomato.
Yeah, spinach, feta, sun-dried tomato. Sun-dried tomato. It's early in the morning. I haven't had my coffee yet, but I'm about to. Okay, we're all fed. We're ready to go here. And this is going to be pretty exciting because not only are we going to be identifying the drawers, but we're also going to be reshuffling them so that they make more sense. For example, most of the building goes down right here. And behind the desk, we want the best part selection to be there, like the most used part selection, which for the most part is plate, brick, tile. But right now, plate, brick, and tile are over here, so it's a little bit of a walk. But with these new bins over there, what we can start to do is shuffle down some of the stuff that doesn't get used as often. For example, odd-shaped plate and miscellaneous that hasn't been sorted, or parts that don't have a home. They don't really need to be over here. They can probably be in the far corner way over there. That's going to free up some towers on this side, allowing us to shuffle all of this down. And then we're also going to change up some of the locations of things. For example, I personally use vegetation and tree building stuff at this particular time more than I use windows. So we can swap the position of vegetation and windows closer toward the desk, making it more efficient. That's our goal today, is to improve the efficiency here in the studio. We're also going to be expanding some drawers. For example, 1x1 plates, they used to have just this container right here. But now we're going to give 1x1 plates their own drawer, and eventually all the colors will be broken out. So it's similar to the studs. And there's other part varieties that just need more space in general. For example, the inverted slopes. They were like exploding out of the existing bins, or like the acrylic bins there. And we decided that we should probably give them another drawer. So we just got to organize that so that these bins aren't as full, and it's going to be easier to find that specific slope. It's going to be easier to identify how many of a specific slope we have when there's just more space or more space given to each part variety. Another example is circular parts. They just need a little bit more space because it's hard to find all the same color in a specific style. So we want to just make this place more efficient than it already is. And in order to do that, it's a lot of refining and sorting that has to go down. I'm really excited about improving the look of the tile drawers because I actually use all these miscellaneous odd-shaped tiles quite often, just for tiling off different things. And if I have them broken down more thoroughly, it's just going to improve the building process like so much. The less time that you spend searching for parts, the more time you can spend building. So Mrs. Brixie's going to be working away on that project while I run to Home Depot. I just took the measurement here. These span 24 feet. And the shelves that I want to put on top, they're 16 inches deep, so you can fit some nice big sets on there. And they come in 8-foot lengths. So I need to go get 3 shelves. And then we're going to put those 3 shelves on top. So I got to rip on over to Home Depot and pick them up. You want to see a classic Bricksie maneuver? I got back from Home Depot with the 3 sheets which span 24 feet, which I thought this was, but it turns out I'm a little bit short. I was looking at my calculator app to try and see how I actually made that mistake, because of course I measured it in inches and then divided it by 12, and it turns out I divided it by 13. It's not 13 inches in a foot. So the shelves that I bought are a little bit short, but with that said, there's no way I would buy an additional sheet just to make up that little difference on the end there. And I went to Home Depot and they were out of the stuff that I typically buy, so I was forced to get the better stuff. And I think this actually works out a lot nicer because it has the rounded edge, which I think looks cleaner. Plus you're not going to like cut yourself when you reach into a drawer on the sharp edge. So that worked out quite nicely. And these are 15¼ inches rather than 16 inches deep. So we no longer have to pull the drawer unit out as far. We're saving 3/4 of an inch there, which I think is better because we're going to have more space up front here. So these are 8 feet and they span all the way along, and now they end right here because I made that mistake. But I do have the other stuff that used to be on top here, like it's the stuff with the harsh edge, which is 16 inches deep. So what I'm going to do is just cut this one down to size, both length and depth, so it matches, and just pop it on the end there, and you won't even know. Yes, I know I could have just cut melamine sheets out of what I have right there, but then we wouldn't have that nice clean edge. It wouldn't be rounded. I could put like the edging on it myself, the iron-on stuff, but it just wouldn't turn out as nice as this. Plus they'd all be different lengths. I don't really have very much 8-foot lengths right now. So I think just for the small expense, well, I guess it's $100, so it's not really a small expense, but I think it'll be worth it in the end. It's going to look nice and clean and consistent. We've gone this far, we may as well make it look good. And now it no longer has like different thicknesses of wood. It's not all beat up with like tape marks, and it's not all these different oddball sizes. It's just going to look way better in the end. So I'm pretty happy with that. This time around, I measured twice, cut once, and it's like perfect. So I like that. Also pulled out all the drawer units and put all the sets back up top. Eventually I'm going to build that Hulk Buster, and I also have a Mario that's about the same size as that Santa. I'm going to build that and put it there, replace the piano eventually, because that'll just look really prominent up there and be pretty cool beside the big brick-built Santa Claus, which is a rebrickable model. And then I've got all the other stuff that used to be up here back up there. So yeah, that looks really good. Like just changing up those shelves, having that nice rounded edge, and having the part stretch pretty much wall to wall is magnificent. And that's why I wanted the parts to be up here and against that wall, because I knew that this is the longest wall in the studio where I could put the parts. And I think that's the best place for them. And now that they go from wall to wall, pretty much, it's just beautiful. I love it. And look at that. The stats just display perfectly on top. Mrs. Brixie's been silent this whole time because she's just laser focused. Laser focused on just organizing. It is a lovely drawer, you're right. It's fantastic. So she's starting on the far end and working her way over. And now I got that done so I can help her or work on a different project of sorts. It looks like she knows what she's doing though. She's got a plan. And sometimes when somebody has a plan, you've just got to do something different, you know? Maybe I can start taping on the 6x8 identification plates. But yeah, we're starting with minifigs and glass panels and windows, Technic, vegetation. That moved a little bit closer to the desk. And so will the bricks and plates and tiles when we shuffle everything over. This has been a pretty fun job. Just cutting both pieces of Velcro into little squares and putting them on the back of the 6x8 plate. And then eventually we'll put those onto the drawers. Now I do realize that the Lego City is a big project that we need to be working on. And there is going to be the guilt comment that comes out saying, why aren't you working on the Lego City? But Mrs. Bricksie and I just think that this is something important. We need to get the parts well sorted and well organized. And this is something that I've wanted to do for quite some time. It's a project that we mentioned a long time ago. And I feel like it just needs to get done. And it's not going to take that long. And the Lego City is going to take a long time, and we're going to work on the Lego City slowly but surely over time. It's just going to be a process, and this is part of the process, just having a nice, neat and tidy part system that is something to be proud of and something that we both really want and really enjoy as well. So yeah, this is just all part of the process of developing our dream Lego studio, and I think this is going to be game changing. It's going to be amazing. Before we reveal our parts overhaul here, check this out. We picked up a massive bag of Duplo off Facebook Marketplace. Guess how much we paid for this? It's like black garbage bag or blue recycling bag sized. I can't even lift it with one hand. $75. What a steal. Like, I'm walking into the house right now, and I'm like Santa Claus.
What?
Look at this, Millie.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my gosh, hey? Wow.
Wow. Look at all those pieces. Look, you got new boys. Girl, she got red here. You got new ice creams.
Dump it all out.
Oh God.
Do the big dump.
You think? Yeah. You can.
Check it out, Millie.
Help me. Can you help? Benny, help me. Ben, help.
Whoa.
Wow. Look, who's that? Mickey?
Oh my gosh, you guys are spoiled.
That guy.
Now that's the way to buy Duplo, everybody.
Horse. Nay. God, it's a truck. Wow, look at all the new windows. This is a plane.
There's all sorts of stuff in here.
Oh, look.
Thomas the Train.
Choo-choo, choo-choo.
That's awesome. Well, they're going to have a ton of fun. Full disclosure, everybody, we will be running this through the bathtub and cleaning it before they play with it like too much. After tonight, we're going to clean it all and make sure it's fresh because that sort of goes. But either way, it's a great deal. Okay, everybody, check it out. It's almost all done. A lot of the bins are identified, approximately half of them, the vital ones. Got those 6x8 plates on the exterior, all Velcroed onto the drawers, and it just looks great. Now at a glance, you can just see what's in those part drawers. Sure, for the brick and stuff, it didn't really need it. Like, you can tell that there's slopes in here. You just look through and you see it. It's a lot of dark bluish gray slopes, eh? Mountain building material right here. Oh yes. And yeah, that's a lot of 2x2 light gray tile. Woo! Then we've got all the colorful brick, and eventually we're going to identify that all as well, but you can sort of see through, so those ones it doesn't really matter. We've got some of the light or neutral colored brick in white, light gray, dark gray, and all that. And then there's the 1x brick. So you can see what color is in the drawer at a quick glance, which is nice. Like, I'd be searching for green. I'd be like, where is green? I don't know. But now I know green is back there with sand green and sand blue. And we got the yellows and oranges up there and gray down here. And over here we've got plates. So we know that there's green wedge plates in there in various colors. And green plate in various sizes there. You got orange, yellow, red, dark red. So just at a quick glance, you just know what's in there. And that's actually really helpful, or more helpful, for things like tiles. And also the drawers that have a lot of part varieties in them. For example, this one right here is a doozy. I'm always like, where are those chairs? I don't know, but now I know. The chairs are in there. And the vegetation is really well done as well. So that's excellent. This is the most organized our parts have ever been. It is so satisfying. Jose did a fantastic job today. I need to get building though, because our drawers are overflowing and we have overflow boxes as well. Unfortunately, we weren't able to identify them all, but we've got the Technic here, which has been expanded and it also moved. Then we have the doors and the glass, trans light blue tiles, all the trans light blue elements for creating water detail, and then the minifig tower right there. And all of that shifted over because we moved that odd shaped plate once again over here, because you don't really use this too often. So you've got the odd shaped plate and then the stuff that's sort of random over here, allowing us to move all this stuff over, making it closer to the build table. And then we have some open drawers right here where we put some of the supports for our mountain. And eventually I'm going to consume all of these very easily. Those will be freed up. And then we've got that tower there that's all freed up as well. We do need to get some 4x4 white plates. I think we have enough of them probably to identify all the connectors. They have been regrouped, so it will be a little bit easier to find what you're looking for in that sense. But it will be really nice to get those all identified. So that's what we're going to have to take care of in the future. Also, we still have to identify all of these drawers. We want to do the exact same thing here, and that's where all our overflow stuff is. A lot of it is labeled right now, but we want to put the 6x8 plates on the exterior and identify all that stuff. And then we want to go through here and reconsolidate all of the things in here and sort it into the to be sorted bins, or sell the sets that I have in here, or whatever it may be, because there's a whole bunch of like minifigures and sets and all sorts of stuff. So I need to go through here and figure that all out, and then we're going to label those with the label maker. Now it's good that we have a bunch of extra space, because I don't know if you saw it on the Bricksie Talks YouTube channel, but Mrs. Bricksie went out and bought way too much Lego. And we need to try and consume that, because Mrs. Bricksie has a problem, so we need to sort all that into our parts inventory somehow. I don't know why she did that, but yeah, we're gonna have to figure that out, right, Jose? So yeah, that's sort of why we wanted to tackle this today as well, because we're gonna have to consume all that and work it into the parts inventory. But you can see once I start building the mountains and stuff, or not start, but continue building the mountains, a lot of these drawers are gonna get used up very quickly, and a lot of these boxes are going to get used up very quickly as well, because it's all dark gray brick and vegetation. Like there's a vegetation box there and all this different stuff that is going to get used up very quickly in the very near future. Also, I can't wait to build Mario. Once again, I've got Mario in this box over here, the Italian plumber from Bricker Builds, and he's going to look great up there with Santa Claus. That'd be cool to put like all big figures along there. Oh my gosh, let's not even get started with that, hey? Wouldn't that be neat? But yeah, that looks so much better. Like, I'm so happy that we took the day to do that. Wow. So there we go, everybody. I hope you enjoyed this video. Me and Mrs. Bricksie being OCD about the parts. Like, I think we can classify it as OCD at this point because it sort of is. We're trying to make this just like perfect. I think it still has a long way to go, but we're definitely getting there. I hope you enjoyed it. Please remember to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for some more great stuff coming out in the very near future, and have yourselves a fantastic day. Bye for now.